Welcome to Revolutions, the show that brings you the in-depth details on the gear industry. I'm your host, Alex Canella, and I'm here today with Doug Beerck of Gleason, and we're going to be talking about laser scanning in-process metrology. So I know that Gleason has kind of a few new products in this field.
Absolutely.
I was wondering if you could start by telling me about the 300 GMSL.
Sure, Alex. The 300 GMSL is what we consider the most powerful multi-sensor inspection system on the market today, dedicated for gear inspection, but not limited to gear inspection. There are 4 separate sensor technologies used in this machine and on a single machine platform. This is being driven by the voice of the customer from our customer base who's asking for better value on a single machine platform, lower reduced cost of ownership over time with added capabilities.
Okay. And I know that the other machine that you guys are showing off is the GRSL. Could you tell me a little about that one?
Absolutely. The GMSL was our first production machine with non-contact laser scanning capability. We took that laser scanning capability and we moved it into the GRSL, which stands for Gear Rolling System with Laser. The Gear Rolling System with Laser, GRSL, is a multi-sensor gauge as well, where it uses traditional double flank composite roll testing against a hard master, along with non-contact laser inspection for both index and involute feature measurement.
I understand that the GRSL is a lot more accurate than some other in-process inspection systems. What kind of functions or processes of an in-lab analytical system can the GRSL replace? And when are you still going to have to rely on the in-lab analytical machine?
Great question. We're getting asked that a lot at the show. More and more people do not want labs. They don't want the temperature control costs. They don't want the maintenance cost of the labs. They want to move their metrology requirements and measurement processes into the manufacturing process. There's certain features that require the in-lab measurement, but the GRSL for involute measurement, profile measurement, index measurement, and the complete double flank composite testing will handle all those characteristics. There's certain measurements today on the lab machines that will be only on lab machines for the next year or 2.
Okay. Moving on to discussing the field in general, what are some of kind of the special challenges or considerations that you have to think about, specifically when designing for in-process inspection as opposed to the in-lab analytical machines?
Yeah, once you take things in process, the environment comes into play a lot more. Temperature, vibration, humidity, the cleanliness of the part comes into play more. There's nothing there, nobody to wipe off the part when it's in process. It's got to be cleaned by the time it gets to the gauge. So all those processes have to be automated, basically.
Okay. And what are kind of some of the general advantages that gear manufacturers can enjoy when they start using in-process analytics?
The big challenge that the gear manufacturers today are facing are tighter tolerances, greater throughput requirements, and the GRSL brings both of those capabilities to the gear inspection process. So we will see continued reduction or intolerances, making it harder and harder to let things like operator influence come into play. In-process takes that out of the equation. And less moving parts creates a higher degree of uncertainty.
Okay. And I know that that in-process machines like the GRSL can help someone develop a full closed loop system. How essential do you feel metrology is to creating a successful, efficient closed loop system?
Yeah, metrology plays a key piece in that closed loop role. It basically gives you a current state of your process. It's telling you the actual results of the parts coming off of the machine tools. So at that point, you have decisions to make. Some of those are corrections to the machine tool alignments. Some of those might be predictive over time. Some of those might be preventative over time. Change out the cutting tool itself, adjust the work holding. All of those things can be analyzed as you know more and more about your particular process when you're monitoring and trending that information real time and circling back to the machine tool.
Okay. I just had one last question before I let you go. What kind of other offerings does Gleason have for in-process inspection?
Well, one of the big steps that Gleason has, I think, over a lot of our competitors is we can take the closed loop in process type of information and take it all the way back to the design process with our KISSOFF software. And we can look at the actual design modifications required as customers learn more and more about their manufacturing processes as what they have to alter on the parts themselves.
Okay. All right, well, thank you so much for all your time, Doug.
You're welcome.
And if you want to catch this episode or other episodes of Revolutions, you can find them at www.geartechnology.com/TV.